Hi there, Robin here, and in this video we are going to be talking about this right here, which is from M-Audio. It's an audio interface. It's called the 192.6. What makes this audio interface important is the 24 bits to 192 when it comes to kilohertz and 24 for the bits. Now, that means we're going to get a lot of detail, a lot of clarity, a lot of definition in our audio, and it's going to be fast at doing it. M-Audio is also really big for software packages. They just bundle up a ton of it. If you're looking for a machine that's going to give you a variety, and it doesn't matter if you're doing it for a podcast or if you're a live musician wanting to record your audio tracks or if you're going to work in a studio. The software programs included are going to cover all of that. One of the big things is what makes the 192.6 different from the 192.4. They both look identical, but there are small things that are very important that are different. One of them being this one has a MIDI in and output on the back side of it. The second big thing is how the line 1 and line 2 differ from the actual 192.4. When you have the 192.6, you get both channels completely dedicated to working either a guitar via the 1/4 inch high Z input at the bottom, or you can have an XLR or 1/4 inch balanced or unbalanced input on top. Now that's for your mic and your line input. And then they repeat the same thing on channel 2. You would think this is normal, but no. Whenever you look at an actual entry-level piece, like maybe the 192.4, you're going to find that that one there is going to offer you just one mic line input, and then the second one is just for the high Z on your guitar. So you could really only plug in one microphone on that model. Where here on the 192.6, you're going to be able to hook up either two microphones or two guitars or any combination thereof. If you're plugging this into a larger mixer, maybe for a live broadcast or for just being able to record the entire band, and you're starting off with a unit like this, you can plug it into that mixer, and then this can plug into your computer. With some of the knobs on the actual unit, the one that always catches everybody's attention is the big one in the middle. This is actually for your monitor output. So when you're actually doing post-production work and you're playing back your music or your podcast or whatever you've done, or like in my case, a video, this allows me to increase and decrease the actual audio as it's playing back through my monitors, because it makes it easy for you to dial it in and dial it out, especially if you're sharing editing time with somebody else and you've got to talk about what you're doing. You're going to want to be able to turn up and down that volume very easily and very conveniently without having to really look at it. The gain controls for the mics or line or guitar, your choice, are located off to the side here. Now this is one of these, once you dial it in, you get it where you want it to be, you're going to set it and leave it. That's why these knobs are smaller and located up here. On the opposite side, the first one is an actual pan feature for what we want to listen to. Do we want to listen to the computer, thus the USB, or do we want to listen to the audio interface directly from the preamps? The direct side. You can even blend between the two by simply just turning this knob and deciding what is best for you. We see this feature on a lot of audio interfaces. Sometimes it's just a button, USB or, where here you actually get the blend feature. Now other models do offer the blending option, and I think that's the proper way to do it. The last knob off to the side, that is going to be for the headphone jack. This way I can control the headphone level simply by using this knob right here. The meters on the actual unit range from -20, -6 to -3 dB, and then we get a clip indicator. So you're definitely going to want to ride somewhere in the -6 to -3. This is going to give you the most detail. We're currently using it on Pro Tools, and we're not going to be running any noise suppression to get rid of any of the background noise or anything else you hear in the showroom. That includes the big fans in the background that are always running in the ceiling, any other noise that you may hear in the background because there's a warehouse located right next to me. As an audio interface goes, it works out really well. It's nice to have a machine that can give you so much detail and so much clarity in the actual recording quality, and that's what's going to happen at 192 bits. And it will work on either a Mac or a PC. That's the important thing. The big features on actually connecting this is, of course, the fact that it's USB-C coming off the back, and they include two cables with it. They'll include a USB-C to USB-C, so if you're running it on your Mac, it'll run into there without having to go through any hubs or anything like that. It also comes with a USB-C to USB-A, so if you do have a standard USB port on a regular PC or older Mac, you can simply just plug it into that. Right at the bottom, we do have a phantom power switch, so it's not hot all the time, only when we turn the switch on. That's good for running condenser microphones or ribbon mics. Right now, today, we are using a condenser mic. It happens to be the Audio-Technica AT2020. So let's take a quick look at the backside. So on the backside of the unit, we're going to notice a couple of things. One, there's always a security lock on it because, I mean, if it's in a public studio space or a rental space, you do like to lock these things down. So a lot of people miss the fact that, you know, everything getting plugged in here is analog, and we have to convert that into digital, which is the whole purpose of having this particular unit. And the quality of the preamplifier is really going to determine how good the sound is coming into the unit. This one happens to be from Crystal, it's a very nice preamp setup. Now on the rest of the unit, USB-C port located right here. I'm using one of our cables simply for the fact that it's longer than the cable that comes in the box, which is probably about 4 feet long. Then of course you've got your MIDI out and your MIDI in, and then we have our balanced or unbalanced connection to our main speakers. That's what connects up to the big knob. And then here we see the combo jack. This is where we're going to be able to have a balanced or unbalanced 1/4 inch cable, or we can have, as we have here, an XLR cable plugged right into it. It's all metal box, nice piano finish on the front side of it. Remember to peel off all that plastic that's on there, and it really shines. M-Audio's new line of products, the whole Air series, is just a really nice audio interface. So if you are looking for one and you're looking for some that you're going to use on Pro Tools, this is probably a great way to go. You can't really go wrong with it. You do have to go to M-Audio's website and download their driver package. I would recommend doing that before you even plug it into your computer. While you're waiting for it to arrive, just go to M-Audio's site, start the registration process, definitely download the driver pack, update your computer so this way when it shows up, it's ready to go. And that pretty much wraps everything up on this video. Remember, the big feature of having this is MIDI and to have 2 XLR microphones or 2 guitars into this unit at the same time. So if you are starting right now a podcast or anything like that where you're just going to be using one, that's okay to have 2, because eventually you may want to plug something else in. Well, I hope this video helped you in your buying decision today. Maybe we'll see you in the next video. I'd like to say thanks for watching and bye for now.